China's Xi Jinping is coming to Vietnam. In fact, today he is in Hanoi and he's staying at the JW Marriott Hanoi. He is taking over my hotel room again, just like what President Biden did back in September. And I want to talk today about why is China's Xi Jinping in Vietnam. All right, let's get into it.
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Peng. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
So Xi Jinping is in Hanoi. He's at the JW Marriott Hanoi, taking over my presidential suite. This happened in September when President Biden was in Vietnam and he was staying also at the JW Marriott, and he was also taking over my presidential suite there at the hotel. And after Biden's stay, I came back to the hotel room and I was looking around for what evidence he left behind in the room. And I did actually find something. You can actually find out what I found in that video that I made right here, okay? You can find out what happened, what I found in the hotel room after Biden's stay. You can find that here. And I'm also kind of curious whether I should go to Hanoi and after Xi Jinping's stay at the Marriott and maybe be the next guest in the room and see if he left some evidence there as well. Maybe some dirty laundries, I don't know, right? Maybe some dirty underwears, I don't know. But anyways, let's talk about why Xi Jinping is in Hanoi. Why is he in Vietnam? So 3 months ago, the United States President Biden, he was in Vietnam of course, to strengthen the relationship between US and Vietnam because US want Vietnam to be a better friend, okay? Basically, the US is saying to Vietnam,
please be my friend. Together we can counter China. We can work together and make China suffer a little bit more, okay?
And now China is coming here with Xi Jinping's visit, and because China realizes that they need to do something about US trying to influence the Chinese neighbors like Vietnam, like Japan, like Korea. China is being isolated by the United States, right? Because the United States sees a rising China. They want to control it, and US wants to continue to be the dominant superpower in the world. And China is rising. They didn't like that, so now they're making friends all over Asia, making sure that China's rise does not become a threat to the United States. And a lot of it is ideological, right? Because we know what kind of country China is and we know what kind of country US is. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but ideologically, they have some differences, and both of them are becoming powerful, both in terms of economics and maybe even military. So the US is trying to make sure that they continue to be dominant, and China is trying to make sure that their rise in the world does not get stopped. So what do I think about the Chinese president visit to Vietnam, and also about the US president visit to Vietnam 3 months ago? I think all of these visits are wonderful. They're absolutely excellent for Vietnam. Basically, Vietnam is like a beautiful girl, all right? A beautiful girl. And you have two guys and they have money, they're powerful, all right? China and the United States, they're like really handsome, sexy, hot dudes with money, okay? And they're saying, hey, Vietnam, be my girlfriend, okay? Be my girlfriend. Now, we can't choose like, oh, do I want to like sleep with US or do I want to sleep with China? Well, you know what Vietnam's position is, and I actually think our government is so smart, because our position is that we're gonna fuck them both, all right? We're gonna fuck them both. Like, we don't care. We'll sleep with both of them, all right? We'll take them both, all right? Because it's like the Chinese proverb, when the clam and the crane, when they fight, right? When they fight, You know, with the clam and the crane, they fight. They can't get each other off, and the fisherman comes and then take them both, right? And we are the fishermen, and we are gonna come and win at this because they both want us, okay? They all want our something, right? And then, well, they want our friendship, they want our economic cooperation, they want us to be closer to either the US or China, but we are gonna be fairly neutral about this. We have a very strong economic tie with China. I think they're our largest trading partner if you add both import and export. US is also a very strong trading partner. We export a lot of products to the US. In fact, US is #1 export country for Vietnam. And both countries are important. We're not gonna alienate anybody, right? We're gonna make sure that they continue to be our friends, and we'll fuck them both, right? We'll fuck them both, right? We'll fuck them both. That is the kind of position that I believe Vietnam should continue to be in, because we care about a great Vietnam. As long as we continue to benefit from our relationship from both superpowers, that's what we are going to do. And I think that's what we are doing. So great for Vietnam, all right? I expect that in the next few years, we're gonna have increasing export, definitely the United States to Europe. And of course, we're gonna continue to benefit from the supply chain that's existing in China. And a lot of that supply chain is now moving to Vietnam because of this China and US trade tension. Basically, these two countries are fighting, right? They're like two guys that are fighting over dominance, and then they're fighting, and then we're the little girl, and they all want us. We're gonna benefit from their rivalry. We're gonna have more trade with the US. We're gonna benefit from the supply chain from China, and more and more Chinese manufacturers are in fact moving to Vietnam, and that's a great thing. And also, Xi Jinping this time actually brought with him the high-speed train technology to Vietnam. So I think they're talking about building high-speed trains here in Vietnam. I think that's great because we need better transportation here in Vietnam, better infrastructure, and that will help our economy grow. So we're gonna benefit from those two dudes, right? We're gonna fuck them all right? Take some fucking action, and Vietnam's gonna be #1, and don't be a fucktard.